BTS Epiphany live performance. This is going to be Jin singing solo. I was like, is the video lagging? But when the shot goes so wide from the back of the stadium, you're literally getting the difference between like the speed of light and the speed of sound, and that's why it looks like it lags almost. Because that's how the videos were synced up. But wow. I mean, I would still say my favorite of the group singers are Taehyung and Jimin. But Jin's voice has a really sweet spot. And, you know, like it hits such an awesome chord. You know, I think in a way it's almost the most natural sounding of the voices. And this is, I mean, it really fits the mood of this song, right? I love that you say it that way, Taeteku. It's a healing song. Absolutely. And kind of that raw naturalism of the voice. You know, it's a high voice, right? He's a tenor. And he uses a lot, when he gets into the exciting parts of his voice, he really relies a lot on that reinforced falsetto sound. You know, it's a little breathy, but it's really smooth. And he has a really clean, you know, ascent up into it. There's no gap. There's no break. But it's very pure and very nice to hear. Very, very pretty singing. Now, I'm going to go back right up before the chorus started. See, this is all very naturalistic, right? Yeah, this is such a lovely subject, too. Yeah, he sings how he speaks. It's a very energized conversational tone, especially in these lower ways. Yeah, and it... Well, Becca, you know, when you're next to someone like Jimin and you're next to someone like Taehyung, it's hard for your voice to stand out because those two voices kind of stand out in a more polarized way. But I think something that's really cool that's coming across in Jin's artistry here is how he's able to tell a story with his voice in a way that only his voice can tell it, if that makes sense, right? It's not about the crazy extremes of the sound. It's more about keeping that naturalism in a way that can access the audience in a different way from anyone else. That's what his timbre is doing right now. It's free, it's natural, it's human, right? More, you know, accessible. Casual, right? So one thing that's really cool about his sound is that it's not like an athletic sound, right? It's all very natural. It's like if you really just felt the way that you speak and then just energize that musculature a little more. This doesn't take a huge amount of breath support to sing this way, but it takes a lot of refinement, a lot of finesse, and going up into a falsetto that has that much color in it, that head voice that is reinforced but not overly pressurized. That's what allows him to have so much smoothness and connection to his top range. And you can hear he has that lifted soft palate in a way that keeps the sound in the mask. But even more, breathy and released and free, because it's a technique that sounds like, and if you're employing vocal empathy and you're trying to feel what he's singing, feel the way he's singing through the sound, you can feel that it's all just super relaxed, no tension in the neck. The way he's walking, the casual way he's walking, is exactly the cyclical nature of how the breath is working to get that sound working the way it is. And it makes it, and the point of that, what I'm trying to say is it makes it more accessible. If the singer is singing in a more naturalized way, the audience can feel that, whether consciously or subconsciously, if they're a singer or not. But the audience can feel that naturalism in the sound, and you'll react to it in a way that, like people, like Teiteku and Becca, like you guys have been saying, it's a calming song. It's a slow, really good feeling song, and you get that feeling from the sound and the voice and the technique that he's employing, which mirrors that feeling in the sound, and then you adopt that feeling in your sound through listening. That's the case with all good singers. Vocal empathy is easier with a more natural sounding voice. Easier. But vocal empathy, is, I've never heard anyone else use that term. I kind of came up with that as a way to just call that sensation where you feel in your body what the singer is feeling, because you're able to hear how the anatomy is working. Now, obviously, with more not refined, but with more kind of intense, more involved techniques, it's harder to access those feelings. But point being, Jin here and now in this song is a perfect example of very accessible vocal empathy. So when you listen to this song and you feel like, wow, this is calming, and you're seeing the lyrics and they're corresponding with your emotions, but you can feel your body eliminating tension, releasing stress. That's what he's feeling when he sings this. At least based on my understanding of the voice and how I've trained my ear to hear certain physicalities, right? That's what's happening here. Is this why it's called Epiphany? Is he going to keep singing? I am confused. But I'll just be patient. What's the Epiphany? I love that Sproulus. I think I get it now. I think I get it now. I think I get like why this band is so beloved. And because I think I had a little moment where I really felt it. You know, this song is called Epiphany. All of the lyrics are talking about self-love. And you think it's over, right? You think it's over. You're like, okay, he's leaving, but why is the music going? What's happening? Why are we're in this trance? Oh my gosh, the energy is coming back. It's called Epiphany. What is the Epiphany? That ding, that moment of clarity. And what's the line he sings? I want to love in this world, right? When do people get to that point where they need to consciously practice self-love? Well, it's because you've had a lack of self-love, right? And then you are forced to consciously remind yourself to love yourself. And what's the next step from there? Like, what is your ideal outcome? Loving yourself, great, and feeling, love for yourself. But that love radiates, right? That idea is what radiates love into the rest of the world. Like I can talk about his singing. I guess I already did. I talked about his technique. It's pretty repetitive the way he's singing, but it's the themes in this song and the way it's composed that really creates that impact. How, just telling yourself over and over again to love yourself is going to take a while, but then you're going to have that epiphany moment that turns that idea of loving yourself into an idea of loving yourself that then radiates to the people around you. It's something you want to spread to others. And it's really meta because that's literally what he is doing in this moment with everyone singing along. This huge stadium of people are also singing those words and loving themselves. And it's an energy that kind of just is contagious. And that's a really beautiful thing. I don't think it matters if you enjoy this music or not, like this group or not, but that energy of love yourself and let that be contagious to other people. Love yourself, love others. Yeah. It's beautiful. And listen to how it plays out. And I love that the production does such a good job of carrying that message as well. If you never heard this before, as I have never heard this before, and you see the production and then listen to the composition and see how everything comes together to that one epiphany moment, which is, I guess, the name of the song, works so well. It's a really positive experience. As RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? True. And I think that's one thing that this world needs more and more is people who can love themselves so that they're then able to access loving each other. Yeah, I will after this. Thank you for the reminder. The Precious Soul of Mine. It's a really well written, at least the translation is really well written. Shining me, precious soul of mine. Those are very important words. Precious means has inherent value. It's not just a soul, it's precious. The shining me, radiating out, right? Radiating this energy elsewhere. It has such a concise yet powerful yet profound and artistic message with this production. I really like it. Eco, I know it's early for you, so get some rest. Thanks for stopping by. And I think if you guys are like, why is he dead in the eyes? I don't think he's dead in the eyes. I think it's part of just like the aesthetic, right? He's got those like, he's pouting. He's got, It's just part of the aesthetic. And it's honest too. Why put on a face, right? This is actually dope singing too. Dude, Jin's got some mad pipes. These ascending phrases, or these, what are they? Descending phrases. Blech. that's a really hard thing to do, especially when you're singing in a more conversational way. So these are the moments when he then takes a little bigger of a breath and lets the energy flow out. But it's not upsetting the technique that kind of got him through the rest of the song. Really awesome. Yes, Human Grief, man. That's an awesome sympathy. I love that. It takes, in the theme of the song, right? In the theme of the song, it definitely works that way. I think it takes other people to show you your good side, to make you love yourself. Don't think it's something you could just accomplish on your own. That's your experience. Yeah. I mean, you can do that, or you can just tell yourself over and over again until you believe it, or figure out, or just try, right? You can either get the sign from someone else, the validation from someone else to be able to trust yourself, or you dig deep and find it. There are different ways of approaching it, but I think that song does both, right? It's someone else, you're basically like a pop idol who's telling you to love yourself, telling himself that he loves himself. You're mirroring that by singing along, by feeling the song. That's how music works. You mirror the performer in yourself emotionally. And then you hopefully get that epiphany. Because I think that's the key, though. That epiphany moment is the key. Epiphany is the intro to their last album in their Love Yourself series, which explores loving others, disliking or struggling with yourself, and eventually loving yourself. Yeah, that's super cool.
Hey, you're still here. I hope you enjoyed that look into what we do on Twitch to celebrate great singers. I owe you a huge thank you for being a part of this awesome community and letting me share my love of singing with you guys. The growth on this channel has been absolutely immense, and while I can't read every single comment requesting reactions, here's what you can do to get your favorite songs featured on the channel. You've got 3 options. One is to join the Twitch stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. When you've logged into Twitch and are watching the live stream, you can type !react, followed by the URL of your requested video. This adds your song to the queue that we work through during live streams. Alternatively, if you're really in a rush to get me to react to your song, you can head to my tipping page in the description down below and request a song with a tip of $4 or more to get it seen ahead of all the non-tipped requests. Don't worry, I make sure that every dollar gets put towards improving the channel's content and the community. The third way to get your request up on the channel is to join my Patreon. A patron of any tier level can request a song and get it reacted to that month, guaranteed. There are tons of other fun perks too, so I hope you check it out anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you feel closer to the human voice and the artists you love, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Ciao. Tip turquoise.
You. Are you so cute? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so cool.